The 282 Mikado steam locomotive was so widely used by North American railroads that it almost seems generic. There are well over 9,000 examples fielded by road names of all shapes and sizes, so this design is quite iconic. With such a famous design, it should come as no surprise that this makes for a great candidate for the Lionchief line from Lionel. This specific example is the latest iteration that was released in the 2023 Lionel Catalog. Offered in several other road names and paint schemes, this specific example depicts number 2549, which the Union Pacific Railroad actually fielded from 1919 up to 1953. While the casting for this Lionel engine has been used with previous releases, there are several key improvements that have been made, so it's not as simple as a copy and paste reissue. For starters, this new Lionchief Plus 2.0 Mikado does not come with a supplied Lionchief remote like older releases. Operators can still use it conventionally with the free Lionchief smartphone app, with TMCC or legacy command control, or like I have it here, with a Lionchief Universal Remote. Click the link above to see my review of this handy remote. However this engine is controlled, there's a lot here to enjoy.
Tower, ready to make our pull. Clear to pull east. Over.
Knowing that this Mikado was based on a previous release, I was expecting this to feel older, but between the quality and the features of the retooled sections, I'm pleasantly surprised and impressed with this semi-scale O-gauge mic. For instance, the rail sounds seem much more polished than previous releases. While speaker quality isn't the greatest here, the effects are smooth and seamless, even as shown here with this universal remote. Even though the crew talk isn't road name specific, which isn't really that surprising, it has plenty of variation to the dialogue, and I can't say that I've heard this set of voices before.
Tower, ready to make our pull. Can we get permission to occupy the main? Over.
Please hold. Getting your route line now. Out.
And Lionel has previously reused lots of generic crew talk before. They also retooled the signal lights on the front, which I very much appreciate. I never really cared for the molded-in lights of the previous design, so having separately applied details here really changes it up and makes it feel like a higher-end model. There's also a rear electrocoupler, making it easy to use around the yard to drop off and pick up new cars. And thanks to its pulling power, this Mikado can haul long trains like the real ones would have. Granted, nearly all of my cars are just lightweight plastic MPC era and modern semi-scale freight cars, but I feel like the heavy scale-size cars aren't a good choice for this anyway, since it does tend to look comically small next to them. It doesn't seem at home doing high-speed pulls down the line though. It just seems like it wants to jump the line. The slower and more realistic paces seem to be more of its thing, and I'm okay with that considering how mesmerizing it is to watch the extra detail in the connecting rods and crank pins. This uses a newer kind of drawbar connection to the tender, and it seems to hold up much better than older Lionchief models I've had experience with in the past. It is interesting that they seem to be the reverse of what's on this baby K4 Lionchief. I don't really have the pockets for the newer stuff, especially the fancier Vision Line and Scale Legacy stuff. So to see attention still given to semi-scale engines like this is encouraging. On the one hand, the design in general hasn't seen too much change, so if you've had Mikados before, this may seem like a lot of the same. But I'm really impressed with the sounds and added details and variety of control methods offered that make this a really detailed and versatile engine. If you're looking to add something to your semi-scale layout or want a good engine to start off with, this will fill in that role and will have you smiling. Thanks for joining me on Datafied. If you'd like to see more reviews like this, let me know in the comments down below. We've got lots of new stuff for our ever-expanding railroad, so check out this playlist for the secondhand overland progress. It's so fun making these for you, and your support keeps me going, so please spread the word, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.